at every kid in that school due to the fact that my, booklet had my name on it. I was like, hey, yo, come check this out. What does it say? Because nobody can read that. And I'm over here throwing out names, acting like the cool kid, like, oh, yeah, it says this right here, But that was my first interaction right there. But now when it came to illegal graffiti, I think it was one of those things. Once you're kind of like in middle school, you're just walking from school to home, and everyone's just kind of writing their name, and the thing is, like, I ain't know what we're doing. We're just a bunch of kids, just writing on shit, trying to see who can do the crazier spot. I didn't even know what the hell we're doing until I think someone introduced me to a TSL video, and I seen other individuals doing this, and I was like, oh shit, this is what this is. And kind of connected the dots right there.
Who are you learning about this with? Do you have a group of friends? Are you all sharing information? And what are your thoughts about graffiti when you do finally see it? Are you excited about it? Do you get instantly addicted to it and want to do it yourself?
So it's like a bunch of friends, and I think everybody kind of brought something to the table, like, it's like around the time, like hip hop is being introduced to you, like sort of in clothing, and, this is back then before like YouTube and shit like that. This is like MTV, we're looking at all these things, and obviously someone has a bigger brother or bigger cousin or someone in their family that did graffiti. So, kind of just hearing, from what their big bro or someone's big cousin was doing. So, I'm just watching all these videos, and I think until someone kind of like, showed me, I think we're in class or some shit like that. We're looking at 50 millimeter, that's like my first experience right there, And this is like back when you had a computer lab and shit, fucking on these fake MySpace, trying to fucking send shit to your other friend. And I think that's when I was kind of going in and out of the list, of all the names and crews that were on there. But the one that always caught my attention right there was always BAMC, which is the crew that I'm repping right now, I think it was just like the name or something like that. It's just like, bam, and I remember always seeing that tag also as well when I would go up towards the 118, like towards Pacoima or some shit like that, so that always stuck to me right there, but once again, like, I had no idea this shit is graffiti. To me, it's like some artistic ass shit, and for some reason their graffiti kind of separated from everyone else. Like, it wasn't the same, like the rest kind of had this like kind of quick illegal look to it, while theirs was kind of like fucking OCD, fucking perfected and fucking well done. Feel me? So I think that's pretty much, I think, the earliest I could think of.
Definitely. BAMC has a style of their own. No question about that. Now, BUGE. Did I say that correctly?
we could go with it. It's all good.
BUGE. From this, when do you first pick up a marker or a spray can and want to tag on something? What influences that decision?
Once again, it's being around friends, and markers. I mean, it was always passed around, everyone always this is when, like, decals were around, and fucking you got the Sharpie markers coming out, instead of the permanent ones. You got you're shaking them up, fucking everyone over here like catching black books and shit. But it wasn't until like one night, actually went out with my boy Mort 57, rest in peace. Him and a couple other individuals that we were in middle school, and I remember we had like a sleepover and shit, and fucking, this is when they were playing all these like graffiti videos and shit, like war movie videos, also the TSL videos and shit, and there's one thing from doing murals and then illegal graffiti. Now, as much as I love art and I love you know, clean styles or clean walls and everything like that. Something about the illegal action of graffiti just like, and I think it's due to the fact that, you know, I think all of us as kids were some type of troublemaker. If we weren't individuals building little ramps to jump with our bikes or fucking jumping off a tree or something like that, you know, I think this was a time, you know, like I think my mother was very careful with me, so I wasn't really able to do much. So seeing that shit right there just kind of like was a whole different ball game in that, you know, until we went out that night, you know. It was like 2 a.m. and we're like, what, 14, 13 around there or something like that. We're just walking the streets of Van Nuys, you know, climbing up random shit, hitting our first billboards or fucking first little walkouts and shit like that, you know. You know, once again, I'm just a fish in a pond, you know. I don't even know what the fuck adrenaline means. That's the first time I get that experience right there. And then after that, it's like, oh shit, like, this is fun, you know. You know, like, first my mind was like, oh my God, we're gonna get caught, you know, fucking, we're not supposed to be out in the streets. We're fucking little kids, you know, fucking, we have curfew. And now it's like, yo, the fuck, let's have another sleepover next week. Let's fucking do this shit again, you know?